It's the Bucs. It's Tom Brady. You don't generally get nervous surrounding them. But as you look at that tough stretch, how important is a hot start for them?
Well, I think a successful start, let's just put it that way, something that's really important to them, just as it's important to any football team, simply because you only play 17 of them now. You used to play 16. You play 17 of them now, so you don't have any games to give away, especially when there's only one bye at the end of the year. And I'm sure every team, including Tampa Bay, would like to have that one singular bye. Now, also, I think, look, there's a psychological component to it for the Buccaneers this year in particular. Okay, for as great as Tom has been, and Tom is playing at the height of his powers, at the height of his ability last year in 2021 when they lost to the LA Rams, there's no assurance that every year at this point in his career he's just going to pick up where he left off. So if he comes out at the beginning of the year and he's faltering, let's just say his footwork gets even slower, his accuracy starts to suffer, that would be something that could have a trickle-down effect on this football team because of the fact that, one, even though Bruce Arians is not the head coach and they have a lot of continuity, there would naturally be some questions as to the state of the transition from Bruce to Todd. And who knows if people would then start looking around going, hey, wait a minute, is there something missing here? Is something off here? So I think from a confidence standpoint, from a psychological standpoint, it's important to come out of the gates against those four teams, which all of them are going to be right there at the very end, and at least be 500. At least. You don't want to come out of that 0-4, 1-4, because I think that would just lead to questions. Although, look, there would be time to catch up. I don't think that's how you want to start the season.
Yeah, I think there's a difference between getting off to a great start and a very good start and not doing that and having a trash start. When Lewis says that they come out of that thing 500, I think that is important, but it's also important is how this team is playing, what chemistry this team, the 2022 edition of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, what are they building towards? We all know that Tom Brady doesn't have to be the best week 1, week 2, week 3, but we've seen him be the best in week 21 for 7 years. And I think that's all Tom Brady will be focused on. And I'm different than Lou. And maybe it's because I've been burned by Tom Brady too much. Tom Brady is going to have to unequivocally show me that he can't play before I believe it. I'm not betting against him. And so if Tom Brady does have a tough start, you know what I'm going to say week 1? Hell, he'll be better week 2. And maybe week 2 ain't good. He's going to be better week 3. And I might be saying this for 18 weeks, including the bye. But it's going to take Tom Brady to retire for me to count him out of the championship race. And I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have that confidence in him as well. It's going to be about gelling, becoming Todd Bowles' team. And once they do that, I think there will be a scary team to play down the stretch.
RC, I agree with everything except for one point. After this offseason, it would take more than Tom Brady retired for me to count him out, because I don't even know if he's actually retired if he says he is retired.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.